Hello everyone, Happy Richard here. Hey, thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to be doing some Varroa mite checks here on my hives. I'm going to be using this Varroa easyCheck system. I don't remember where I got it, probably online somewhere, or either at Better Bee or Dating or somewhere, but it says 3-in-1 kit. It says you can either use it as an alcohol wash, a sugar roll, or as a CO2 injection. Either one of those ways will work with this. I've also seen recently some videos that people are also using some Dawn Ultra dish detergent, and I'm not sure the concentration of that, but they're using that and having success with it as well with counting their mites. So let's go ahead and get started. I got this hive here. This is one of the swarms that I collected earlier this year. I didn't have a chance to treat it with the oxalic acid vaporization before they started developing broods. So I don't know what I'm going to find. They've been doing pretty well, but we'll go ahead and see what the mite count is and see if we need to treat them. I know a lot of people don't do mite counts. They just go ahead and treat their bees, and that's fine if that's the way you want to do it. There's really no way to tell how effective your treatments have been if you don't do a count before treatment and after treatment. So I'm going to go ahead and count them here and see where we're at. So let's get started. I'll go ahead and set this stuff aside here, and we'll get into the hive. I'm going to be using the alcohol wash. I have 50% isopropyl rubbing alcohol that I'm going to be using. We'll get that over here as well. I'm going to smoke the entrance here first, just to let them know I'm coming in. Calm them down a little bit. We'll open it up here. Looks like they're doing pretty well. Got bees up here coming up out of the inner cover, so that's good. Inner cover off. Yeah, they're starting to build most of that out. I remember how big this one was. It had several frames of bees in it when I put it in. Looks like they've got most of it built out. This end one here doesn't look like it has anything on, so I'm going to start there. Get my frame holder out. Now the very important part of this mite check here is to make sure you know where your queen is, because this alcohol, it will sacrifice 200 to 300 bees. Now, out of a hive that has, 30, 40, 50,000 bees in it, that's not a big sacrifice to make sure your hive's healthy. So, yeah, it's just starting to build out this end one here. Make sure the queen's not on here. I'm going to look for the queen first of all. I want to make sure I isolate her, know where she's at before I collect my bee sample. Don't want to accidentally kill her. I'm going to give them a little smoke here. They're not terribly defensive, but just calm them down here a little bit. Doubt that she's on any of these here. I do usually mark the queens. Again, I don't know if this one's marked or not, but if you want to see how I mark my queens, I did a little video on that as well. I use a one-handed queen catcher. I'll post that video up here, link to that video up here if you want to watch that. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a frame with a lot of brood on it and maybe some open brood as well. The reason being is the Varroa mite reproduce inside the cells, and they'll sneak inside while the pupae are developing. So I don't see her on here. This might be a good frame to use. It has some open brood. It has some capped brood. So we're going to set this back in here. That may be the one to use. I'm not quite sure. If I can get eyes on the queen, I'd like to do that first. I don't want to accidentally get her in the alcohol wash and obviously lose her. So that's kind of a spotty pattern there. It must have been mostly emerged brood. Well, I know she's in here because there's plenty and plenty of brood here. So it's about 10:30 in the morning right now. I'm hoping that most of the foraging bees are out and about. Make it a lot easier for me to just get nurse bees, because that's where the Varroa mite are going to be. Oh, there's some drone brood on this one. So that might be a good frame to use as well, because that's where the Varroa mite prefer. They prefer the drone brood. Yeah, there's some drone brood on this one. Both sides of this one have drone comb built out. Once again, if I can see her, that might be a good one to use. I think we probably will do that one. Oh, lots of brood on that one. Mostly worker brood. Looks like these are a bunch of foundationless frames that I must have had them build out. Lots of brood on there, and then some capped honey at the top. This one's probably ready for another box, actually. They've got this filled out pretty well here. Well, this one's not so much. Well, last frame. Hopefully she's on here somewhere. Usually that's find her on the wall or something, because I don't see her. All right, so I finally found her. She is on this frame here with the drone brood, so I'm going to get a queen clip right here. It's a really dark queen. I'm going to get her in a queen clip, I hope. Nope, it's on the other side now. I've got her here. Nope, she's okay. So I know she's not on there now. So she flew down and she's on that frame right down there. Okay, so this is the brood frame I'm going to use to get my specimen from. Let me set this aside here. Really dark queen. So what I need to do here, open up my easyCheck, take the strainer out. I'm going to fill this up with some alcohol to about here. This is a 12-ounce bottle, and that seems to be about the right amount that I need. I take my basket. I'm just going to scrape that up along this brood here and get about 200 to 300 bees in here. I don't know if you can see, but there's some lines. There's some lines in the basket there. The bottom line is 200. The top line is 300. So we're going to try to get 300 bees, which is about a half a cup of bees. These should be all nurse bees. Some people do it in different ways. I just collect them like this. Not really working very well. We've got our specimen. We're going to dip that in the alcohol here. And again, we do sacrifice these bees for the health of the colony. Put that lid on, and then we just swirl it for about a minute. Not sure how well this is going to show up on the camera, but I only have one mite in here, right here. If you can see it floating down on the camera there or not. One Varroa mite in that 300 bee specimen. So that's not bad. That's less than 1%. It's a healthy colony. So now you can reuse this alcohol. Just have to strain it through a sieve, or I'll just pour it through probably a paper towel just to get that one Varroa mite out of there. Dispose of the bees. You don't want to let them lay around for the chickens and stuff. I don't know if the alcohol will hurt the chickens or not. But so yeah, there you go. That's how I test for my mites on my colonies. Pretty easy to do. Main thing is though, just make sure you find that queen, make sure you locate her. You don't want her to end up in here. Obviously, you'll have to requeen the colony if that happens. Well, that's going to do it for this video. I want to thank you a whole bunch for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so you'll be notified when I post new content. And as always, thanks for joining. Happy Richard.